What do you think of that video from a couple years ago of Young Chop showing up in 21 Savage's hood in an Uber and getting shot at in the Uber? I felt bad for the driver.
First of all,
why are you involving the driver in this?
Nah, that was, I think he was off peel. What type of drugs he was off of though?
I don't know if he was on drugs, but if you remember that time period, like there was a new thing about Young Chop crashing out every fucking day. It was like he had this whole time period where shit was just going nuts.
Yeah,
that was kind of the climax.
Motherfuckers was saying they was feeling sorry for him. You had a lot of top artists was jumping on their platforms saying what they was saying about that shit on phone. A lot of motherfuckers was speaking out. I remember, but at the same time, I don't know Chop personally, so I can't really overwhoop and get my big opinion on it. But taking a Uber driver on the hit is crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Is you cool? Like, you want to go to jail type shit, but
right.
You know how this shit goes.
Think about the Uber app having access to everything that everywhere you went and what you chose to do. You have a witness in the front seat who has no reason not to snitch on you.
Chop trying to go to jail, bro. Like
that was wild.
Shit tragic, bro. That type of shit be tragic. Like on phone, seeing Chop crash out, and it's like, bro, what the fuck is like? Come on, man.
But you remember anything about him from back in the day, or?
Nah, not too much. But besides that, he was under the
right.
fat folks with the T, and you do Chief Keef beats.
Okay, but you didn't have any involvement with him or whatever. Okay. What about so one of the only disses on the new Durk album is when he disses Fendi Boy and basically says he was touching little kids, he pedophiling. How do you feel about that? Durk choosing not to really diss any ops on his album, but he threw him in there.
Durk probably know more about his case than we think. Durk probably feel like he ain't coming home or something, cause I ain't never seen. Well, Durk don't just begin. Well, I ain't gonna say I ain't never seen it, cause he done did it before. But how he just came out and gave that boy that clout like that, it hit different.
I mean, that's not really the kind of clout you want.
Yeah, but you don't want motherfucker to you don't. And in his music shit, that shit, like how you say, any type of publicity is good publicity. Now it's a question. Now you trying to ask Fendi Boy, yeah. Now that motherfucker's trying to interview him. Yeah, did you really touch on kids? Now he get on that, hell no, do I look like I touched on kids? And certain motherfuckers gonna have their opinions.
The problem is, though, is that like a song on a Durk album is gonna be heard by so many millions of people. But then realistically, if he does an interview and just says like, nah, that's cap, or nah, I didn't do that or whatever, what's it gonna get? Maybe 100,000 views. Maybe.
Right, so you say 900 other thousand motherfuckers think you was touching kids, or at least yeah, I feel what you're saying.
And that's the thing about music. Like, all right, I will never watch a fucking Say Cheese interview clip of you more than once. No offense, but realistically, I already listened to the Durk album 3 times. I might listen to it 10 times. I might listen to it 15 times if I really like it. So that shit just gets embedded into your brain. Yeah, right. I'm a no jumper BD. Yeah.
I keep telling you, like working for Durk is crazy. during the J Mane interview is crazy. Durk, how much is you paying these people, man? Come on, man.
I'm a fan of his music.
Nah, I feel that. It'd be a lot of fans of different music and shit, man.
Right. But in terms of Fendi Man, though, how do you feel about?
I just asked Fendi Man.
Sorry,
I just asked Fendi Man.
Funky Man, yeah. Fendi Boy, he was also dissing the BDs after Duck died without really having any ties to Duck. That's word.
Yeah. So long story short, how Fendi came, bro. A lot of motherfuckers had frowned upon it, but certain motherfuckers had honored them. It was like and respected, like, all right, fo, you doing your thing, but you then when he got the overseeing the Duck shit, motherfucker, like he overdoing it. But to each his own shit. I was rocking with him shit. You ain't saying you ain't saying no bad shit about folks' names shit. So I was fucking with him until shit that like how you say there's child molestation shit. Like first of all, I got kids. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's really going on, but I know people closer to the situation and phone them called me like, man, that shit true, man. That was my people's Fendi did that shit true. That's true for a fact. Like one of the guys from my hood said that was his granddaughter that Fendi touched type shit. Like one of the older guys from my hood on phone them, one of the OGs and shit.
It's interesting too though because they tried to it was a totally different scenario, but they tried to put that on Duty Low. His baby mama tried to accuse him, and then she ended up saying that the kid was lying. She ended up basically recanting her statements about it. I always believed him. He always seemed like he was being straight up about it to me. They were saying he was putting a screwdriver in a kid's ass. I'm like, what the fuck is this story?
Right. Yeah, that shit was off the wall.
Right.
But shit, man.
I was proud. I'm seeing Duty Low in the video with J. Cole. I'm like, damn, all right. Dirk really putting on for him still.
Yeah.
It's a real friend.
Yeah, when you put your people around them in them certain situations, put your people around them people, they hit different.
Yeah. It's different.
Do your homework on putting your people around them peoples.
You know Duty Low, though?
Doodle Low. Do your homework on Doodle Low. Nah, I don't know bald head folks.
Yeah.
I don't know Mr. Clean, bro.
No, that's a good guy. I like him.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah. I interviewed him.
How many times?
I bought him a Spirit flight. He wasn't fucking with it.
Why you?
Well, I didn't do
a
it,
real
but
whoop.
my employee bought him a Spirit flight. I knew as soon as I saw the flight details, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be so pissed. I think he got his own flight right away. He wasn't fucking with it.
Type shit.
A lot of people, would you get on the Spirit?
A Spirit whoop. I've been on Spirit whoops before.
I've done it.
I've been on Spirit whoops before.
I was just on a bunch of flights in Europe that are basically like Spirit because they're fucking, they don't have any other option flying these like short distances between certain countries out there.
Type shit.
I'm not going to get the jet for a 2-hour flight.
Nah, motherfucker.
No, never that.